Alright, here's a quick tutorial on masks in Photoshop, just the basics, just to understand what masks are. First of all, let's open up just an image, any image. You can use images that I've provided, you can use your own image. We have an image, and I'm gonna copy this image, Command A, Command C, okay, select and copy. And I'm gonna go over to the next image that I've opened, and I'm gonna hit Command V to paste. Now I have two images, one underneath each other, another one, and the layers are this one for the studio, and we'll name that studio, and this one for pottery. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna apply a mask. Apply a mask to the pottery layer, which is gonna be down here in the layers, add a layer mask. I'm gonna click on that, and it's gonna create a little square like that, which is a thumbnail for the layer mask. And if you roll over that, it tells you what it is. Now, how does it work? Well, it works pretty simple. First of all, make sure your colors are set to black and white. And I'm gonna swap them to get the black color, because if the mask is white, there's no use of putting white color. It's already white, but we'll see what black will do. Let's get a brush and make the brush a little bit bigger so we can see what we're doing. So if I'm using the mask here, make sure that the mask is selected, and I start brushing with the black color on the mask. Looks like we're erasing the top photo, but all it really is we're covering it. Okay, so I can bring it back simply by changing the color back to white and bringing the photograph back. That's the basics of mask. Okay, there are more things that we can do. For example, let's use a gradient tool. Take a gradient, switch to linear gradient, and pick out the simple black to white color. And let's drag from one side of the image to another, and you will see that the transition is gradual. Okay, and here's the mask, and I hold Alt or Option to actually look at the mask. And watch this, I'm going to get the brush, and I'm going to create a little initial here for myself, M, right? So that's how the mask looks like. There it is, we're inside of it now. Let's click back on the layer and watch. That M is what we see back on the layer. You can always inverse things. If you click on the mask thumbnail and you go Command or Control I, it's going to inverse what you see, right? So that's a cool trick right there. You can do it with anything, by the way, even with colors. The colors are inverted. Okay, interesting. Now, I want to try something else. Let's right click on it, and I'm going to say delete layer mask. Okay, there are two choices here. There's apply layer mask and there's delete layer mask. Apply means it rasterizes it and it actually applies. The changes are going to be permanent. While we have the mask, it's temporary. We can always go back. Once you apply, it's going to be permanent. If you delete layer mask, as if you've never made it there. Okay, so we're going to create a mask again. And let's say I want to type up something. I want to type up my name. Let's pick out some impact. Would look good because it's thick and we'll see more through it. There's impact, and at 72 we'll see how big that is. And if it is not big enough, I can always make that bigger. Like that. Move it in here. Now, how do I make the picture show only through the letters? Well, first of all, I'm gonna turn the mask into a black mask because we don't want anything to be seen except for the letters. So we're gonna color it black, just Option delete or Command delete depending on where your black and white colors are. Okay, so, and this layer is just a top layer. Let's hide it. However, we're going to Command click on it and click back on the mask to select the layer thumbnail for the mask. And now, whatever your front color is, you can actually hit, mine would be Option delete, and I can see, and then Control D, and I can see the mask, okay, the photo through the mask. So that's how you do that. And obviously it's not seen very easily because of the color values are all mixed up. So we're gonna take the hue saturation filter and let's say lighten it up enough to where it's barely seen. Now you can see the photo better. So that's how you work with that. Let me know if you have any questions.